Today, I'm continuing my exploration of the Twin Cities suburbs, and I'm going to give you an overview of Prior Lake, Minnesota. I'm Mary Schumann. I'm a realtor here in the Twin Cities, and I make videos to help people figure out what the Twin Cities metro area neighborhoods look like, what they offer, and I also like to take a look at the real estate market as a whole here and show you a little bit of what it's like to live in Minnesota. If this is the kind of content that you're looking for, you should hit the subscribe button so that you know when I post a new video. So, how do you know you're old? Well, every time you think the words Prior Lake, you hear Bob Seger singing the song Fire Lake. Just wanted to plant a little earworm for you before I start giving you details. Prior Lake is a suburb south of the Twin Cities. It's in Scott County, Minnesota. It sits about 20 miles from the Minneapolis border on the southwest side of the city. And if you're concerned about commutes or getting to the airport, it's about 25 minutes to MSP, which is the airport. And it's probably about 10 to 15 minutes more to get to downtown Minneapolis or into St. Paul. If you like the idea of taking a commuter bus line into the city, you can ride the Express, which means no stops. It's the Minnesota Valley Transit Authority, and it stops in Prior Lake and goes directly into Minneapolis. I think some people have like a knee-jerk reaction to buses and believe that they are dirty, smelly, uncomfortable, and all those things. But these buses are actually similar to tour buses, which means they are, pure luxury. In true Minneapolis fashion, they actually have bike racks on these too, so if you want to bring your bike, you're welcome to do so. 96% of residents in Prior Lake rated the quality of life there as good or excellent. So there are some really happy people down there, approximately 25,902 of them out of the 27,000 that live there. You still have a 4% chance of running into somebody that's a little salty, but odds are better that you'll be bumping into someone that's actually blooming where they've been planted. Prior Lake has that charming downtown that many people like, but most of the city is zoned as rural subdivisions and low-density residential. It's not what I would consider a walkable city or I do think the Prior Lake will appeal to people who like a bit more space around their homes. The city does have some remaining agricultural areas as well as denser neighborhoods of townhomes and the older town center with homes that are older themselves and closer together with sidewalks, and that's a more walkable area. Prices in Prior Lake range widely. There were 2 condos that were priced at or around $200,000 when I just looked. That is definitely not the norm for Prior Lake. The median home price in Prior Lake is about $475,000. Single family homes that are in the 300s tend to be either townhomes or 1960s to 1980-ish split levels. Homes that were built before the boom of the subdivisions down there. So split levels can be a little bit controversial. I feel like people either love them or hate them. But the good points about them are that they typically have a large amount of living space, and if they were built in this time period, the lots are generally larger as well. I did see one home listed with deeded lake access, which means that you can access the lake, but you are not lakefront. It was in the mid 500s, and I thought that was a pretty good deal for lake access. There are new construction homes in Prior Lake, and those start in the 600s, but if you want to be on the lake, you'll pay a premium, and you're likely going to be spending upwards of $1 million. I pulled the median pricing for the neighboring areas as well over the past 3 years, and here you can see how Prior Lake compares to Lakeville, which is to the east of Prior Lake, and Savage directly north. I also have a video on Savage, and I will link that up there, so if you want to watch that, you can. So speaking of lakes, if you're not one of the fortunate ones that owns a little slice of heaven for yourself, Prior Lake does have 2 swimming beaches as part of their extensive park system. They have 2 major regional parks within the city limits. That's Cleary Lake and Spring Lake, which are both part of the exceptional Three Rivers Park District. I love that park district. And they also have easy access to nearby Murphy-Hanrahan Regional Park. The city has 55 parks within it, mainly community parks, and it also lays claim to over 100 miles of trails and sidewalks. The park district has 2 large athletic complexes, an archery range, and 14 lakes with fishing piers, boat slips, beaches, and green space. The park district sponsors all kinds of sports, including the super popular pickleball. I mean, it's crazy up here. It's hard to get on a pickleball court. Beanbag, and volleyball leagues. And in the winter, the park district also maintains 6 outdoor skating rinks. Minnesotans love a good festival or a celebration, and Prior Lake does sponsor several of those. In the summer, they have a very large music festival which attracts bigger acts. Leonard Skinner headlined this year. Free bird! And in fall, they host a candy crawl for the kids, and there is a new, and I think rather interesting event called Chalk Fest, where they invite professional sidewalk chalk artists to create works, and then non-professional artists can compete for prizes as well. If you have school-aged children, they will attend the Prior Lake Savage area schools, and there are 7 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and 1 high school that serve the whole Prior Lake area. You can look up information on the website for the schools themselves, or if you want, you can check out what Great Schools or niche.com have to say about the schools, but I would say that those 2 sites are a little bit subjective. The schools here welcome prospective parents and students to take tours and talk to the administration, see what you're getting into, and I think that that's always a really good step, so that's the one I would recommend. If you love books and all the programming and services that the library provides, you'll find that at the Prior Lake Library, which is one of 6 branches of the Scott County Library System, and it's located right in the heart of the little downtown area of Prior Lake. The library also hosts what they call Club Prior, which is its senior citizen programming. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, the chicken and fence reveal. You can have up to 4 chickens in Prior Lake, but you can only have 3 quote-unquote regular pets like dogs and cats. Fences are allowed if they aren't banned by an HOA, and this actually makes me think about the Wilds golf community, where I believe it's probably unlikely that you're going to have either a fence or a chicken. Fences must have 50% transparency in front, which means it's like a picket, and then no higher than 4 feet in front and 6 feet in back, and you're allowed total privacy in the back. Now, if you want to build the Great Wall in the back and it's higher than 7 feet, you're going to need a permit from the city. Check out the rest of the places that I've profiled. I have an entire playlist of neighborhoods and suburbs and another one with just small towns in it. So lots of good information there. If you have questions, please reach out. My contact information is down in the description box below this video. And I love talking to people who find me on YouTube, so don't be shy. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.